ready? Here goes Lesko again. It's time to learn something. Or at least it's time for me to share something. I'm Matthew Lesko, and I've been studying information sources for over 30, 40 years now. And what I really try to do in my life is show people alternative sources of money and help to do the things you really want to do in life. Most things that stop us from doing stuff. And that's why, actually I have an MBA in computers, and I've written 40 books on free money sources. And actually, I even had a software company back in the 70s. And what my mission is now is to show people that there is free money and help out there. And that's my problem now in the new economy with Google. Google is fighting me. You gotta watch out for Google. You have to know when to use them, when not to use them, and what's wrong with them, and whatever. We need something like that to categorize all this stuff. But man, people are using it the wrong way, man. Because if you go to Google now and say you have a debt problems or something like that, and you put in debt problem, well, literally what you'll get is 200 million websites, about debt problems. Okay, and what they are, 99% of them is going to be people want to help you with your debt problems. That means sell you money or sell you some, gadget that's going to make you debt free, or some seminar that's going to solve all your problems and things like that. Everything is money, because that's what the internet is about. And that's how Google stays alive, is by selling ads. And that's why they're so powerful, because they get all this money. And so people, you're fighting the biggest monster in the world. When you're trying to find information, because you have a ton of experts, and fat cats and whatever, trying to get inside your brain, and you just want to solve a problem. And you don't have money to solve a problem. So all these people out there are trying to get money from you. Man, that's my problem. What the hell? You can't give them away. But see what happens. You get on there and you think, well, gosh, this is all I see. And you talk to one or two of these people, and they're all so nice and cuddly, and they know how to say, to touch your buttons and to get your money and all that kind of stuff. And you think, oh my God, I'll have to get a loan to help this guy with my debt. But no, you don't have to do that. There's people out there that do it for free. And that's what you're missing. See, and that's what I feel that people are missing when they use Google. All they find is the stuff that is the most popular, that people are throwing money at. Because if people are throwing money at it, that means people have more money who catch that money to advertise, to find them, to find you and get more money and keep their funnel, as they call it, going. But now, if you have a nonprofit organization down the street, or somebody else who's getting a grant money to do this, or there's a government program that will solve your problem. See, you can't find that there, because they don't have advertising money. A lot of them are even not allowed to advertise. So how the hell are you going to find them? If they're not on the first page or two of Google, you're never you'll never find those suckers, right? So that's what I want to do, is show people that there are options in life for solving problems, for doing things in life, and the experts aren't right anymore because things are changing so fast. Man, like now, if you Google a scientific journal's wrong, right? You Google that, and you'll see the very important studies that will show that like 2/3 of all the articles that are written in scientific journals are wrong within a few years, because they can't be duplicated. They're anomalies and stuff like that. There's so many reasons that they're not right. And they're the best people we have. Finding that information, but it's probably wrong. So that's why, to me, what we're living now in a society where we have to rely on ourselves more, and thank God, because look where the experts brought us. We're We're going down the toilet, aren't we? Think of the experts with the Wall Street, right? And they tanked that sucker. These are the smartest people in the world that were making millions of dollars, right out of, Harvard MBA school to go to Wall Street and all that kind of, and the whole world came crashing down. So that's why you have to be careful on how you're using Google. And that's what I'm going to go over today. I want to show you 4 or 5 places, and maybe even 6, that you could contact so you don't get tied up in Google. Say if you want money to start a business or whatever, and you Google that, well, you're going to get everybody, I did this, and whatever you put in, you say free money to start a business or grants, everybody want to sell you money. They're either lawyers, that want money from you, or there's somebody that wants you to go and hawk, and then to owe your soul. That's who you're going to find. 80% of the stuff. Now, though, there's free people. You want to start a business or anything? Here's where you go. You go to something called the Business Development Center. And I think if the main number is America's SBDC, Small Business Development Center. Because this is a program with the federal government, state governments, and stuff like that are there to help anybody off the street start or expand any kind of business you want. You want to be a freelancer. You want to be a massage therapist. You want to buy out your boss. Anything like that. And they do it all for free. So why? Go to one of these commercial people that, they'll be nice to you, right? Because they know the nicer they could be to you, the more money they're going to get from you. Yeah. And even if they're really sweet people, whatever, there's this motive behind that. These people get paid the same money no matter what they do for you. And that's why you have to treat them differently. But they do everything for free. So if you want to know, like the major money sources, you need management help. You need consulting help. You want to know how to sell to the government. You want to sell overseas. They'll show you that. They won't know everything, and they may be wrong. But you want to do the free stuff first, because that may be enough. When you start doing the stuff because Joe did it, kind of thing, you don't have to do that, because he paid money to do that. Maybe he had a good experience, but he paid money. And to me, particularly if you're starting something, you have to be careful not to spend hardly any money doing it, because then that's what keeps you failing businesses. If you start it with free stuff, then you have a better chance of not failing. So that's what I'm trying to do, is teach people about that. So when you Google, you have to know where to Google. So don't Google about starting. Start there first. Now here's another one. Whoop, just dropped something. Oh, here's another one. Okay, number 2. You have to know about 211, okay? 211 is like Google, but everything in their database is people who give money. Everybody in Google, people who take money, right? Now this is a no-brainer, right? Now, should I use 211.org, where everybody's going to give me money for my problem, or do I go over to Google and I'll get 100 million people who are going to take my money? Yeah. And really, 100 million people is small potatoes now in that game. But here, now I went for a local city here. I think this is in in Arizona, to look at 211 into mortgages. And actually I put mortgage in Google, and there's 127 million websites. 127 million. What the hell are you going to do with 127 million? That's crazy, right? You're not going to live long enough to look at a fraction of that. However, 211, here's what mortgages. Okay, and this is actually in Arizona, around the Phoenix area. 36 people that all they do is help you with your mortgage problem for free. That's it. They're just doing it for free. I mean, God, it doesn't get better than that, right? But you'll never find these people, because it's all about asking the right question. You don't know how to ask that question. They don't call it mortgage. They don't call it this. They don't call it that. They have all kind of names for things. You and I can't guess what the hell the names are. This is why I wear the question mark suits. Man, it'd be easy if you knew the name of that organization to find them. But if you don't know that organization giving out the free money or help, you'll never find them, because you'll put in mortgages, and you'll get every financial services company from here to Timbuktu. And I think there's a Timbuktu in Ohio. I don't know. Or Michigan. But anyway, so that's 36 on mortgages. I went back and looked for legal. Okay, now if you go, you see the ads. If you have a phone, you have a lawyer, right? Kind of thing. That's the ads I heard in my time. Anyway, maybe they don't do that anymore. But now, if you go to Google, you put legal help. Man, for this county here, 67. Okay, now I'm get assassinated by the Lawyers Association when I got leave home today. But 67 free organizations for legal. Man, I mean, that's terrific, isn't it? I don't know why you don't get excited about it. I do. Think of how much time and money and effort and fear. See, all these professionals, fear. You're going to go to jail. You're going to die. You'll be broke and indigent if you don't do this. All this kind of stuff. Child care, 199 local sources of free help for child care. Okay, minor repairs of your home. Okay, you need a home. How would you ever think that somebody would come out and repair your home for free? They do. There's 9 here. People who do that. Because they're either getting paid from the government, they're getting paid from a nonprofit organization, or whatever. And if you don't know, sure, you can't be a millionaire. This one's probably income dependent. They're not going to come out and fix your home. That'd be stupid. But it's not stupid if it's a government program, to tell you the truth. We'll talk about that another day. So there's 9 for home repair. This is the kind of stuff. Well, here's the categories they have. Just under help with paying your bills. Okay, electric bill payment assistance. They have a special category. All the programs help you for that. Foreclosure assistance. There's states that give out $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 because you may be foreclosed. Wow, how would you ever think of that? Your parents won't know that, right? They would never live in. They didn't live in a time of our history where stuff like that happens. Stuff like that is happening now. That's why you have to learn about it. Gas bill payment assistance, medical bill payment assistance, mortgage payment assistance, prescription expense payment, rent payment assistance. Can't pay your rent payment assistance program, water bill payment assistance program. See, that's 211. How would you know that? Yeah. And that's what. See, what's neat about 211 also is that you can call them. You ever tried calling Google? Because you really can. What's neat about 211, you can call them. Hey, I need this kind of help, because maybe you're putting in the wrong names or the wrong keywords or whatever and getting the wrong answers. But you could call somebody. Hey, what do I put in here, or what are the organizations that help me do whatever? 24/7. That's what they do. Call Google, man, only if you want to give them money to advertise will they talk to you. If you're using them, you'll never talk to them, right? So that's what's cool about it. So that's why it's a different world out there. And these are the kinds of things you have to know about, because otherwise you really get screwed. Now, here's another thing that people don't realize. Your public library. That's right. Remember them? If you're old like me, that was the internet. That was everything. That was the public library. But they're still there. And what's so neat about it, it's using people. You're going on Google trying to find something. Librarians, all the public libraries have ask a librarian. Where's information? They know your community better than anything else. So they could help you with problems in the community. Just off the top, because they answer those questions all the time. So they know the answers either time. You're going to be stumbling for an hour or two at least on Google trying to figure out what the hell to ask even. You could fumble around with a librarian and they know what you're trying to say because somebody's asked them 30 times already. But here's the neat thing. They have databases that aren't in Google. Yeah, but see, particularly you're looking for free money. You're looking for a grant for doing something. Well, what's neat about the library, they have a database you can't get on Google. You could buy it for like $1,000 or $1,500, but it's the foundation centers. These are foundations that give out free money to do anything. And you could use that at a public library for free instead of paying $1,500. And you'll never get on Google. And listen to this. You'll never even find them because 90% of these foundations that give out the money don't have websites. That's right. They don't even have websites. So how the hell are you going to find them? You don't. That's right. When you're looking for something or whatever, Ask an expert. These people spend a lifetime figuring out where information is. They know the internet. They know Google. They know all this stuff too. It's not they're going to go to a book and find your answer. No, they keep up with the times. And they know. And they're wonderful people. And it's a wonderful resource in our society that we forget about. Man, and they'll save your butt over and over again. Believe me. So that's what you have to do. Also, if you have financial problems, okay. Actually, HUD has counseling centers, thousands of them all over. We're there for free, and you sit there and talk about you need money for a house, you need financial problems, you don't know what the hell to do. This is where you get all that help for free, and they're not selling you anything. They're not upselling you on something. They're not making sure that you get it. That's all they do. But again, they don't advertise, so it's hard to find them. But if you just Google right now, see, I'm using Google, right? Because I know what I want. I want to tell you to say HUD, H-U-D, housing counseling. HUD, H-U-D, housing counseling. And then you'll find those. And they're every county has them. Some of them even have a couple. Now, also, veterans, are interesting. I'm a vet, Vietnam, before probably most of you were born. Actually, I never had more responsibility again for the rest of my life. But now, like veterans centers, where there's people, so many people helping that get grants now to help any vet or vet family find the best programs for them. Okay, and this is key because, see, so many people say they help vets, but they don't know all this stuff out there. These people are trained in that. I got a GAO, it's called, the Government Accounting Office study, that shows that these people get 100% more money for people than anybody else. So, man, and they're in every county. So what you're looking for there is the county veterans service officers. County Veterans Service Officer, and put your county name in with that. See, I'm not all anti-Google. You have to, but if you know what the heck you really want. Or, listen, this nonprofit organizations. You want to start a nonprofit organization or something like that. Okay, every state has an office that helps nonprofits particularly get grants and contracts, because that's what grows a state. If they help you get a grant, they help you get a contract, man, then you're bringing in, you're making the state grow. And that's the same with business. Why the state has these programs to help you start a business, no matter how big you are, how small you are, because that creates jobs. And the politicians want to create jobs. Why did Trump get elected, right? Better jobs, right? That's what he's promising, and that's what people bid on, and that's why he's there, right? So that's why every politician knows that. So that's why we have all these programs there for that. And also for nonprofit organization. Now you could call 211 and find out about groups that help to start a nonprofit, but they're usually at your state capital near your governor. So what I would do is call the governor's office. See, what's so neat about the government, they have to take your call. So you just go to the top and see where they send you, because they've had that question before. And I'll tell you, most states have an office just to help nonprofits grow in their state. And they'll tell you about that. So that's important. Because if you go into Google and go around, you're going to find organizations that will sell you something, books, seminars, all this kind of stuff. Everybody that is just in it to get a buck from you. Now, here's another neat thing, too. It is the Elder Care Locator. Okay? Now, these are all special databases. If you're trying to find, help for grandma, because she needs legal problems down in Florida or something, no, you'll never find that. But if you go to the Elder Care Locator, that's a staff again. You could call or go online or whatever and find legal help for grandma in Florida, because the government gives out grants for people to do that. But it's free. So when people have free and getting paid, they don't have extra money to advertise. The people who have extra money to advertise are the people making a lot of goddamn money doing it, right? Then they're pouring a lot of money so they make more money into advertising. But the good stuff, I feel, the ones at least that don't cost the consumer anything, are free. So if they're free, that means they're not, making a living off of you because you're not giving them money. And so they're very tight with the money. And all their time and effort is spent in helping people, not in figuring out how to get your money. So you have to do a little work to find them. Now here's the pièce de résistance. Okay, the French people are probably going to kill me for the way I said that. Okay, now this is your elected official. Man, people don't realize your congressman, your senator. Call them. They'll help you get free stuff. They'll help you with a problem. You call them. Hey, I'm trying to get a job. I need training. I need a money for college. I'm going to lose my mortgage. Anything. They have staff people. All the members do, whether it's a senator, a congressman, your state representative, whatever. That all they're there is to help constituents. And you don't even have to be a voter. As long as you live in the zip code, that's all they want to know. Hey, where do you live? Okay, then you're one of my potential customers that are going to vote for me. And see, what they have access to everything that you and I maybe know about, but we have to go in the front door. They have access to doors in the back. So when they call up an agency to get you help or something like that, they're going in the back door. The reason they have a back door, because it's the elected official that really gives money to these, agencies. You and I, we think we pay for them, and we do our taxes, but we actually give a pot of money, and the elected officials decides who gets what. So that's why they all want to please these elected officials. They're the only people in town that have a motive to really help you. Because if they get you that $10,000 or whatever, or help you with this little problem you have or whatever, and they just had some staff person make a phone call because they get their problem solved very easily, then you and I, when we call, you'll vote for that son of a bitch no matter what they do. and that's reality, unfortunately. Every fat cat knows it, and this is why, to me, what I see the rich people now doing in town, they're spending more on lobbying than they do on marketing. Mom, and now in the healthcare bill, the lobbyists for the fat cats just got every person making $200,000 or more a year just got an extra $90,000 in the health care bill. That's right, for lobbying. Now, and this is early. If you're watching this later, they just released the data from the Capitol Hill about what Trump care is going to look like. And it said that 24 million people are going to lose health care. But in the fine print, we have a couple million fat cats making $200,000 or more are going to get $90,000 each. That's an average. Some are getting $50,000. I mean, more than that. That's per year. So $90,000. That's amazing. So got to know about this stuff. That's why. That's where the action is. That's why. That's another issue. But how? Use these tools. These are tools that you could use, so you don't have to struggle in Google and think there's no help for you. Yes, there is help for you, but it's not where you think it is. And their sources that count. Now listen, I'm taking questions too. You could send me a question on Facebook. Facebook at Matthew Lesko, MatthewLesko. And I got one here from a fellow out in Minnesota. He said he can't afford dental care. Well, that's right. I don't think that's going to be in Trump's program. And you still won't be there no matter what program we have. Because it's very difficult. Even if you have coverage, it's not covered. Okay, now you can't go put dental care because you're just going to get all the people want to sell you dental care, or you get what happens is people on Google who put up little websites pretending they talk about free dental care, but they're not. They're just one or two junk kind of things, and it's not really helpful. Okay, here's for free dental care. Okay, number one. Okay, it's under Medicare and Medicaid, and you call your county government to find out more about that. And also, children under 19 get free dental care. Okay, now also define sliding scale dental clinics. In other words, depending on how much money you have is depending on how much you'll pay for your dental care. That's available. So you want to find them. And a good way to find them is a couple places. One is your local county health office. Ask them about sliding scale dentals. Your county may even have them. If not, they will tell you somewhere else. Other is your dental society, your state dental society. A lot of them will keep the sliding scale dental clinics on there. But again, I warn you, if you Google dental sliding scale, you're going to get too much, and those things will be full of ads and garbage. You want stuff without ads and garbage in it, because they're the real good stuff. Maybe there's a couple exceptions, but not really. Also, the dental associations in your state capital have clinics, free clinics. They're usually a couple days. 2 days, everybody gets free clinic care. So look for those. Also, the local dental schools have discount sliding scale opportunities there too. So that's the places to get cheaper dental care than you can anywhere else. So if you have questions, leave them to me on Facebook. It's Facebook, Matthew Lesko, the crazy guy. I hope that was helpful. I'll be back again soon, I'm sure, with more. But until then, keep believing.